What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be working on this 97 Viper GTS. I picked it up a couple of months ago. I just didn't have the time to work on it, but today I'm gonna take it for a drive. I know it has some misfire because I tried driving it last time and it didn't have any power, so I'm gonna take it for a drive right now and I'm gonna show you guys what I mean when I say it doesn't have any power. And then I'm gonna put it inside of the shop, replace the spark plugs, the wires, maybe the coils, and I'm gonna take it out again and show you guys the difference. So let me go ahead and drive it, and then I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and drive the car. I'm just gonna drive it around the block. I know for sure it has some misfire. I don't know if it's one cylinder or two, but I mean, it definitely has some misfire on one cylinder. So I'm just gonna warm it up a little bit. I mean, it's already over 100 degrees because I turned it on earlier. So the car's shaking. And I know it doesn't have a cam. It looks all stock, it sounds all stock, it just smells like there's raw fuel. And also, I mean, the motor, you could totally tell that it has a misfire. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive it. So I'm gonna hit full throttle right now. I'm gonna hit full throttle right here. That was full throttle, and honestly, it didn't respond like it should. So I'm just gonna drive it normal right here. I'm gonna give it some gas. Hit full throttle right now. To me, honestly, this car is supposed to make 450 and my Supra makes a lot more power than this. So I'm gonna take it back to the shop. I'm gonna replace the spark plugs. I got some wires, maybe do an oil change. I have the oil on the filter. And then I'm gonna take it out again and drive it again. Hopefully I don't have to replace the coils. I mean, if I have to, I'll just go buy them right now, but hopefully I don't have to replace them. So I'm gonna wait for the car to cool down, and then I'm gonna start working on the engine. Like I said, I'm not gonna do much. I'm just gonna do the spark plugs, the wires, and the oil change. And then I'm gonna drive it again, and hopefully that fixes the problem. If not, for sure I'm gonna get some coils. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the hood. I'm gonna let it cool down. So the latch is right here. On this one, I have to turn the wheels because if I try to open the hood, it'll rub right here and it's damaging the hood. So I have to turn the wheels. So when the hood comes forward, it doesn't rub on the wheels. Let's show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna let it cool down for a little bit, and I'm gonna get everything ready. I gotta get a table and put it over here so I can throw my stuff on, and hopefully it cools down faster. So I'm gonna let it cool down, and I'm gonna get everything ready. Okay, so I got everything ready. The car is cooled down enough. It doesn't burn anymore. It doesn't burn my fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the wires, the spark plugs, do an oil change. That's all I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna start off by taking this plastic off, and hopefully I don't have to replace the coils. If I do, I'll just go get them, but hopefully I don't. So let me go ahead and take them off. Okay, so I took the spark plugs off, and one side it has auto light, and it looks like the valve covers are leaking. There's oil on the spark plugs. And on the other side, it has Champion. So it looks like they replaced these ones because when they don't look that bad, they look fresh. I mean, either way, I'm gonna put new Champions. But it looks like on the other side, on the passenger side, they left the old ones on. And honestly, on the passenger side, it was where I was getting the misfire because obviously I checked the car before I took it apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the new spark plugs. I'm not gonna replace the valve cover right now because I wanna do more work on the engine later on. So I'm just gonna put them on like that for now, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and then remove the wires. Okay, so I just finished capping the plugs because they were at 45 and they have to be at 35. So I'm gonna go ahead and install them now. Okay, so I already installed the new wires. These are the old ones. You can see like the condition and all the cracks on them. So these were definitely no good anymore. So, I mean, this is probably the misfire that I had. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the oil change now. And then I'm gonna start it up and see how it runs. Okay, so I'm gonna be replacing this paper gasket with a copper one. I already removed the oil filter. I already installed a new one on. It's right there. I thought the car was all stock, but apparently looks like it has headers. See, it has headers. So I thought it was like stock exhaust, but I mean, I guess I got lucky and it has headers. So I'm gonna finish draining the oil and then I'm gonna add the new oil and I'm gonna start the car and hopefully it doesn't misfire anymore and I don't have to replace the coils. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the oil now. Okay, so I'm done adding the oil. I already put the spark plugs in the wires. I'm gonna turn it on and see what it does. If it still has that misfire, I'm just gonna go and buy the coils because I know it has to do with the spark. So let me go ahead and turn it on. It's still shaking. It still has a misfire. So I'm gonna make sure it's the coils right now. And I'm gonna have to go and buy them because it kind of feels the same. So I'm gonna double check it's the coils and I'm just gonna go ahead and buy them and install them right now. Okay, so I checked the coils and the coils are working, so I don't have to replace them. There is a spark on this cylinder. I checked the compression and it was kind of low. It was at 120. I mean, it's still okay, but it was kind of low. I checked the injector with this device right here and it was getting no pulse, and then after a while it started working. So hopefully it was just the injector. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back on and see what it does. Hopefully it starts no problem, but if I still get a misfire, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something internal inside the motor because of the low compression. And if that's the case, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I'm just gonna drive it because I don't want to take it apart and rebuild the motor. That was the plan for the future. I want to take the motor out and rebuild it. But for now, I want to drive the car for a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back on, and I'm just gonna drive the car the way it is. Okay, so I turned it on and it sounds a little bit better. I mean, it doesn't sound like it has a misfire anymore. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drive it right now and see how it feels. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with the car, and honestly, I drove it out of the shop and it felt a lot better. It feels like it has more power now. I don't know if it has those 450 horsepower that they come with, but I'm gonna find out right now. But before I drive it, I'm gonna be driving this one. This one has a 2J GTE, and it's making roughly about 380 right now. And this one, you're able to feel those 380 horsepower, unlike the Viper. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive this one first so I can show you guys what 380 horsepower looks like. And you won't be able to get a feel of the power, but I mean, hopefully you're able to see it on the video and see the difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive this one around the block, and then I'm gonna come back, park it, and then let's see if this one gained some power after fixing the misfire. Okay, so I'm just gonna drive it around the block. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little pull right here because there's a lot of cops and I don't want to get pulled over. So here we go. Like I said, I was gonna do more pulls, but I noticed there's some cops, and like I said, I don't want to get pulled over. So let me go get the Viper now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and drive the car and see if it feels any different. So I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit. So it actually feels a little bit better than before. I noticed it has a little bit more, a better throttle response than before. So let's see. So I'm gonna hit full throttle right here and see what it does. Just barely gonna start making some power. Cops. So I'm gonna take it easy because I don't want to get pulled over. Feels a lot better than before. I mean, not as fast as the Supra, but I mean, it feels a lot better. Alright guys, so it is making a little bit more power than before. Let's try to do a burnout. That was sick. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Obviously the car needs a lot of repairs, so I'm gonna be taking care of everything. At least I got to work on it today and I got to drive it a little bit, but eventually I'm gonna try to restore the whole car little by little. But like I said before, that's gonna be it, and thank you guys for watching.